What is up, diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, bringing you all with a very special INDYCAR diecast review on your 2023 INDYCAR Series champion, Álex Palou, in his 2023 American Legion. Not really race-winning car. We'll probably get onto that in a second, but this is the, as you guys can see, I mean, this thing looks like it kind of went through, I don't know, some damage in the process. All I can say is that, well, this is what happens when you try to fit a diecast into your personal item, since, you know, I didn't want to pay for a carry-on, so do apologize for that blemish, but don't worry, it looks like the diecast looks like still in a good pace. Luckily, I probably am not going to display this, but really do got to appreciate Greenlight Collectibles for giving us really cool packaging. I think they always do a good job with the packaging. I mean, I know we kind of skimmed through it, but you can definitely tell they put a lot of effort into this. But there is a cool feature about this diecast I'll showcase in a second. But if you guys want to go ahead and pause the video, go right ahead, because that's the story time in this video. But you guys can see it's already been pre-opened. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's reopen this diecast up, and let's take a close look at the 2023 INDYCAR Series champion, driven by Álex Palou. And alrighty, folks, we got this diecast out of its box, and dude, let me tell you what, this right here, I was not really expecting how cool of a diecast this is going to be, because, well, if you guys haven't seen the 1/18 scale diecast review of this, I mean, I'll probably recommend you guys checking out my good buddy Kevin Rawlings, because, you know, he usually is still a pretty well-known INDYCAR diecast reviewer and a good friend of mine, so probably recommend you guys check him out. But what's really cool about this car is that, of course, you know, the 1/18 scale has the road course configuration, which I am going to be praising Greenlight Collectibles to probably finally make a 1/64 line of that, because, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, this would probably be a more accurate version of the car that he won his second INDYCAR Series championship with Chip Ganassi Racing at Laguna Seca, which is pretty appropriate for me to actually review this, because Laguna Seca is the next race coming up. So I guess you could say I was the right one for that one, but but as you guys can see, I mean, yeah, this car does have a really cool metallic blue finish to it, which I think is pretty cool. But on the 1/18, well, first of all, I gotta say, that is pretty cool that Greenlight Collectibles put this type of detail on this car, as we're going to be showcasing you guys with the sponsors right here as well. This ain't the first time we've had a metallic finish on the INDYCAR. If you guys have saw my I guess you get my mega or quadruple diecast review, the Palou Award Indy 500 car from last year, that has a metallic sparkle finish to it as well. But yeah, everywhere where the blue is, it is a metallic sparkly blue, which I really do like. So for all you NASCAR fans out there, I'm sure you guys are familiar with that with the Header Motorsports diecast. But we do got a QR code right here, which I didn't realize. I don't even know if that's even possible to scan. But dude, the amount of detail on this car is absolutely tremendous. But I was trying to say earlier is that, as you can see, even that blue, the metallic blue even carries on to just mostly where all the blue is, which is pretty impressive. The rear wing, the back, or the engine cover, even parts of the aero screen, which usually they don't really do this type of detail. But this is probably one of the best aero screens I've seen so far. Just good job, Greenlight. Good job. I mean, look at even the headrest. Even where the cockpit area is, it's even blue. So, and of course, you know, the red accents on the rims, which looks really nice. We had that feature, I believe, actually. I'm glad Greenlight, you know, still has this feature with this diecast. How can I forget as well? Rubber tires, metal chassis. And you could probably get this thing for like $8 or $9. Probably 10 is the most I've seen from IMS, my good buddies at Gutswear, or at Spoiler Diecast, which I'm sure they're going to be having more of these cars coming out soon. They have a few of them already out. Not all, but most of them will be out soon. But the 1/18 scale diecast, guys, what I was trying to say earlier, before I got caught up in this beautiful, beautiful livery, that, yeah, the 1/18 actually has chrome. So the blue is chrome, and where the white is, it's actually chrome. I would have loved if Greenlight Collectibles probably did that on this car, but it wouldn't really make sense, because, you know, they were trying to make, I mean, that's one thing I don't like, is that, you know, when they're trying to, if you guys wonder why Greenlight Collectibles always puts the 1/64s on the oval kits, is because of the Indy 500. All right, it's the most mainstream race, and everyone knows what the Indy 500 is. So when people want to get a diecast, especially for the smaller scaled side, it's going to be, on the oval kit, which I don't mind. I mean, this is pretty accurate. Another cool thing about this car as well is you guys can see that this livery is actually asymmetrical. So you got American Legion on one side and Be the One on the other. And what do you know? It's like this on the other side, American Legion, and then Be the One on the other side, which I'm sure many of you guys probably aren't really familiar with American Legion. I mean, if you guys have been a long-time IndyCar fan, you probably know who it is, or have you seen all the different types of liveries that Chip Ganassi has offered. The American Legion, basically, they're like an organization. I don't want to say just like the VFW, but they do help out with veterans, and their slogan is Be the One because, I actually am part of the American Legion. If you guys don't know, I am a huge supporter for the military family and, for our veterans as well. I mean, even myself, I was born on a military base, and I have lived the military style for like half of my life, a good 14 years or so. So I have a lot of respect with all the veterans, and I think American Legion helps out with with suicide prevention, I think, for our armed forces and veterans. So I think that's a really good cause that they pull off. And I mean, definitely was a good time to sponsor with Chip Ganassi Racing because, dude, Álex Palou absolutely he had a perfect season. Like, if I describe it, it was like on the level of Max Verstappen with F1. This guy, 17 races, he finished in the top 10 every single race. And I think he got like 13 top fives, if I remember. Like, if I'm going back to, I'm cheating a little bit with the trading card. But dude, and this guy, most of the races, he actually scored on the podium. Like 10 out of the 17 races, he scored in the podium spots. And to top it off, even better, to score that, 5 wins. The most in his career, more than his first championship from 21, which, by the way, guess what? We're going to showcase his 2021 car right now, which you guys can already see. I mean, yeah, this is Greenlight's interpretation of a raced version. Not really. It just looks like someone just took like a bunch of Firestone marbles, rubber, and just spread it all over the car. So I got to give props to Lionel. They are more accurate compared to this, which, I mean, it does make sense that an IndyCar looks like this, but having Firestone reds on an oval kit, yeah, that is some tacky, that's some really wacky tacky stuff right there. So I definitely do think the 2023 car looks a lot better. But if you guys have already picked up the 2021 version, I would say go on and get it because, well, I mean, if you're a Palou fan, you're going to be spoiled with a lot of cool diecasts. I probably am going to, if you guys are wondering, I have not picked up his DHL car, but I probably will since that is a cool livery, along with a few other cars from Chip Ganassi Racing. Speaking of the devil, I got another comparison to show you guys right here. This is the only other American Legion car that I had, and it was back in 2021 when Tony Kanaan took over the 48 in conjunction with Jimmy Johnson. So I've already reviewed this 48 car, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead. I'll have the link right up on top. But as you guys can see, why I'm showing you guys this Tony Kanaan car, because this type of blue that you're seeing is not metallic. And I think also on the Linus Lundqvist car, which they have made and was at it was at the month of May. So if you guys, if you guys saw, I mean, you weren't seeing double vision. There were 2 American Legion diecasts that were released throughout the month of May. The Linus Lundqvist, which, by the way, he actually won the pole at Road America, which I thought was pretty cool, so congrats to that young man. But I kind of passed on that one because it's a lot like the Tony Kanaan car, and it doesn't have the metallic blue, so if you guys really want a livery and a diecast that pops, the Palou Championship car definitely is the way to go. I mean, sure, it does suck. It doesn't have the chrome, which... The chrome is possible. I mean, like, if you remember the Schmidt cars that we had from like 2018 with Hinchcliffe and Wickens, those were chrome and they looked really cool. So, I mean, I can't see why Greenlight can't do that. I mean, clearly they could do a good job with the metallic finishes. Maybe they just did this to test it out, but want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments down below, as I know you guys are actually enjoying these IndyCar diecast reviews, so really appreciate you guys' feedback on that. But trying to mix it up for you guys, since I do love open wheel and stock car racing here on this channel. But this has been OBB, the diecast news guy. Hope you guys are going to be the one to go out and, I don't know, hit that subscribe button today, and also check out your American Legion, because the veterans do need it. But till we meet again, guys, this has been OBB, the diecast news guy, and this is going to wrap it up right here for the diecast review of Álex Palou's 2023 championship diecast. And yeah, thank you, Greenlight Collectibles. Keep rocking and rolling, and we'll see you guys next time on another diecast review. And yeah, you guys have a good one.